This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so this is one example for functional design document. Okay, so if you look at this one, let me go to the application. Give me a second. So anyhow, this application important is very less. So FDD first priority is like FDD. So here in Dynamics Finance, we have one report. This is customer aging report. In this customer aging report, this is the front end, like I mean to say input data. And here you are defining aging period definition. In this aging period definition, it will allow you by default 6 periods. So here, look at this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is more than 6, if you are entering, it will throw error message. It will warn you. Let me open in that case. I will open the application and I will show you the standard, how the report will work. It will be open. So in this, it is allowing up to 6 brackets, 6 period definitions. It will allow you. If it is more than, if you require more than 6, it will not allow. So the client asks like, I want 15 brackets here, like this. It's not only this one. I want 15. So in this case, it should be extended through technical. Means like a developer need to do a small kind of customization to exclude more than 6. Okay, to allow more than 6, they need to do some code inside. So they will select this one here and then they will generate. So while generating this report, they want here amount in actually by default it is available in amount in accounting currency and reporting currency. Let me show you this one. It is open. So customer wants transaction currency as well, along with normal currencies. They want transaction currency as well. So then we have developed as per the client requirement. Let me show you the first issue in the system. It's not like issue, the limitation in the report. Okay, the application is opening. Actually, this is already discussed in finance. Who joined for finance, they know already this. But whoever learned, whoever joining for only finance T&L, so it was not discussed. So that is the reason I'm conducting one more session now. Okay. So now let me show you the standard report and standard how it is working. So credit and collections. Okay, here setup, customer aging period definition. Sorry, aging period definitions. If you look at this one, suppose here there are 3 plus 3, 6. Now I want to add one more. So click on edit. It is no more than 6 aging periods can be used on external statements, aging period snapshots, or on the collection list page. The aging period definition will not be available for selection on those forms. Means it will not allow you more than 6. Understood? Clearly mentioned. No more than 6 aging periods can be used. Understood? The limitation of the application, the limitation of the this requirement. So you cannot. And not only this one, whenever because customer wants more periods. Next one is in the report. Whenever you are executing the report, look at this one. So report is showing accounting currency, reporting currency. But I want a transaction currency. The client requirement is transaction currency. Understood? So to do these things, what we did it. So in the report, so the requirement is it should allow more than 6 periods, the report. And then they want transaction currency. They want transaction currency. So this is the requirement. So it was explained like what is the standard application in the system. What is the standard application? Next, what is the report, data entry, and what is the output. This is standard. After that, we need modification. The report required one more customizing report one more report is required in the menu. This is 2012, of course, and here we need instead of accounting currency, we need transaction currency as well. Understood? This is I have taken a screenshot and I have modified screenshot, and then the expected result should be like this. The report should display here. In this, there are many fields. One by one field, what it was explained. First one is customer group. It is already there. Next, customer account. In standard, it is there. Customer name means in the report itself, these two are available. No need to change. Now, division, salesperson, there are new fields are added. So these fields are where it should be captured means screen 8. Screen 8 means here I have taken a screenshot. This is screen 8. In this, these are the things we need to capture. And here some are calculations. So it is total amount outstanding minus this one. So, and then this is already exist in the report. Standard means it is exist in the report. This is calculation, how it should be calculated. And this is from screen 7. These all are 8, 9. Standard means in the standard report it is already there. So the screenshots it was taken, and from where it should be captured, it was explained. 7, 8, and 9 screenshots. So it was explained. So the table content it was configured so that developer can understand, and even business people also they will understand. So we will prepare this FDD document. Actually, this document is for our internal purpose to submit to your developers, but we will showcase this information to like business people also, whoever is attending, and they will understand like how the report is coming and everything. If they want to change anything, they will give the information to us immediately. Understood? Any questions here? This is functional design document. Yes, please.
Satya, in that we have seen process ID. So have you maintained anything like that? I mean, process number.
That is how many numbers, how many customizations exist. Changes. This is for internal purpose. Which number you are talking?
Okay, I'm referring to this process ID 10.2 you are saying about. Left, yeah.
This one. Okay. This is actually internal. So like one by one, we'll write in like in FDD, before FDD, we will prepare a fit gap analysis. Am I right? The gaps numbers, these all are
Okay.
gaps numbers to the client. And within that one, what are the customizations we are doing? So that is internal. So project
So
internal.
when you say gap means like you're not in out of box, right?
Yes, out of box. In all out of boxes, we are not sure like we are going to do all for all customizations, because if you remember implementation methodology, here for fit we are preparing a solution design document. For gap, there is a workaround solution, there is a customization, we are not going to proceed. So if it is workaround solutions, we will provide the workaround solutions. A small, if instead of one step, we will do 3-4 steps. That is workaround solution. It is available in the system, but we need to do. And customization is, it is we are doing customization. Some of them we are not doing. All are gaps only. So in the gaps, we will write down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that 20, 25 items. All 25 items, it is not mandatory we will do a customization, because customer is not ready to pay money for the time spent on this customizations, then we'll make it out of like not available. Understood? We are not going to proceed.
Yeah.
Not in the
And
scope.
one more question, Satya. I mean, the document, whatever you're showing this document, it is a functional design document. I understand that. So this fit gap analysis is included here, or it's a separate document which you have prepared actually?
Fit gap analysis is one more document. In the fit gap analysis, it is usually it will be a kind of. So it is a separate document. From that, one point is FDD.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So you mean to say we have to study whether the customer requirement is already there in the system or not? That is what we are doing in the fit gap analysis, right?
Exactly. See, first one is FRD and BRD. It is 90% same, almost same. FRD and BRD. Requirement gathering means you are taking the information roughly and you are making FRD or BRD. See, FRD, FRS.
High level requirement, what you're referring to.
This is in detail document. Yeah. This is the business analyst will do a lot on this document only. Okay, once it is done, fit gap analysis means in the Excel file you are writing one point available. This is not available. This is available. This is not available. So fits are
kind of checklist. Fit gap analysis.
Yes, exactly. So the fits will be a big document always, because whatever available in Dynamics AX, F&O, all these things will be fit. So solution design document is indirectly help document to the business people, because you are telling like fit. So how to do it? You need to do a preparation of SDD document, solution design document. This is indirectly user manual for client. Understood?
Okay. And one other question. In this document, for example, FTD, you are showing that customization where we have, because the system has been limited to 6, right? 6 options, right? Aging. Then we have customized. If customer is asking more than 6, then we have done the customization, right? So where we will explain that impact analysis here, because in the system we have only functionality of 6 options. If customer is asking more 4, totally it is 10. The rest of the 4, being a functional consultant, I need to see how this will impact my overall ERP, where and where, which modules also, right?
Because this is a report will not impact any functionality. If it is a functionality,
okay, it's just a display. And
yes, exactly. If it is a functionality change, impact should be continued, like the impact what it was changing. In the downside, it will be continuation. You need to write down what are the changes and what you need to do, testing kind of thing. Suppose you have changed some invoice amount or something, the amounts if you are changing, then downside it will be impact. The continuation also you need to write down what is the impact. Impact means majorly negative scenarios and positive scenarios. Downside you need to write down.
Yeah. Okay. And because of this customization, how the behavior will happen in the system, that we have to mention.
Yes, exactly. In continuation, like if it is, suppose you have added one field, that field if you have entered some amount, what is the impact? If it is not entered, what is the impact? Earlier how it is working, after the modifying, what is the impact and how it is working? We need to write down same in the words. Even if it is required, you can write down some test scenarios kind of thing.
And Satya, you brought one important point here. In this, can you just please open that document once, if you don't mind, that FDD. So here, if I'm a business analyst or a functional consultant, I understand the requirement, I brought the screenshots and I'm explaining the functionality which is in out of box, not in out of box, and test scenarios. I remember before, like, we were maintaining requirement traceability metrics, right? A decade ago I was doing that, but I don't know how now we are tracking it. So my question is, like, for example, in requirement traceability metrics, we used to maintain high level business requirements, BRD, for example, requirement 1, right? And we used to write, elaborate in functional design document about 1.1, sub requirements 1.1.1. I'm just giving the scenario, right? Test cases again, based on that, we have to read the test cases like referring to functional design document. So is there any way like, are you tracking, or I just want to understand from
So
requirement to test cases mapping to how it will happen.
test cases here we need to write down. In the testing, we need to write the test cases, use cases and test cases. Use cases is the broad level, test cases is the detailed level. Here it is, your people. Okay, so if it is in ERP implementation, the writing this test cases and use cases is maybe may not be because anyhow we are doing testing, providing, if you are providing directly, writing test cases and use cases is hectic job, because this manual only, for the manual only you need to write in detail, right? It will be hectic job, to be frankly. So in my implementations I have not written any test case and use cases. Even though it is written, it is namke vaste, it is very few. But if you start writing the use cases and test cases for ERP, it will take some months. Understood?
So how you are tracking such a time for which requirements you have fulfilled? For example, say we have 50 requirements received today in the requirements workshop from the customer.
So actually,
there should be some tracker like how many requirements we have received, how many requirements we have developed, right?
So in this, that's what the major important is, this one, fit gap analysis. In this, all the requirements are covered. So in the this is a requirement document. In this, you are writing requirements, and here fit gap analysis will be the crucial part. In this, whatever you see, out of these requirements, maybe points, maybe around 200 or 300 points. In out of 300 points, maybe 250 or something, 250, 260 will be available by default. Around 40, 50, it will not be available. That 40, 50, out of this 40, 50, 1, 2 maybe workaround solutions. 1, 2, not more than that. And 20, 25 is a customizations. And maybe of 15%, it is 10, 15, it is like out of scope. Not in scope. Out of scope. Okay. For this for all these things, we need to write actually like use cases and test cases. Use cases and test cases will be written majorly for change request if it is required. Even like test cases, like use cases and test cases are very, very less in the ERP implementation, because it is a vast product, right? If you start writing these test cases, because that will be done by Microsoft already. Microsoft, whenever it is releasing in the market, changes, they need to do a several round of testing. So even for small change, Microsoft will do several round of testing whenever it is releasing. Because for Microsoft it is important, because it will impact some thousands of customers. So once it is released in the market, if it is a small mistake, impact a lot. That is the reason several round of testing will be done by Microsoft. And one more thing, whenever it is if you raise any ticket to Microsoft, it will be, if it is in your client place, it may be finished in 2 days. But whereas from Microsoft, it may take 1.5 months. 1 month to 1.5 months, 2 months. The reason behind the change, whatever it is there, it will not be released immediately. Several round of testing should be done, then only it will be released. So Microsoft will take a lot of time to release the bug fixes. The reason behind is testing. In normal implementation, suppose you are changing in the customization, you are changing for the client requirement, you are changing the customization, that you will not do those many testings in the implementation process. But whenever it is releasing by Microsoft, they need to do a lot of testing. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. And one question, if we see this V model, I know we have already discussed this from the requirement gathering till, but my question is, before requirement gathering, usually what happens, there is a team called Satya, like sales, pre-sales and post-sales. So whatever now we are seeing this V, this is post-sales. Means once we have got the project from pre-sales team, they will hand over this project to a delivery team, right?
Yes.
So my question is, are you also referring to RFP, request for proposal submission, before you start the requirements gathering? We have to refer, right? Because
So that
whatever
is
pre-sales team have promised to the customer.
Yeah, because that is completely pre-sales activities. We are not a pre-sale activity. We are in implementation for work. So as I know, like you are working in pre-sales activities. That is the reason you know all those things, pre-sales and post-sales. But IT department, like I mean to say, particularly pure functional consultants, we are getting chance from here only. Will not be part of the pre-sales.
But I think we will hand over this project to project manager Satya. That's what my understanding. So we will give overview of what is about the proposal. Then you guys will make comfortable to understand first what we have submitted to the customer.
I want to tell you here SOW will not be viewed by functional consultants. SOW will be handed over to only project manager.
Okay.
So project manager only can know
about
what is the happened earlier. Only project manager, but the team will not know about before what happened. Make sense?
Got it. So project manager, you mean to say project manager will verify that proposal what we have submitted, and he will see what is in scope, out of scope here in this case.
Yes, exactly. So after that, functional consultant will do.
Then delivery team will take it forward from the project manager.
Yes, exactly. So I know, like, because I worked as a pre-sales, I involved in pre-sales activities also. I know, but it is not normally regular consultant will not be part of pre-sales activities.
You got it. Thanks, Satya. And that's what my questions are from my side. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Fine. Yeah. Any more questions now? So this is depending upon the this document is 8 pages only. So even it is a small changes, we need to write maybe 10 pages, 12 pages, 15 pages kind of writing. It will impact like a document, like as I told you, like standard application, how it is working and what are the changes it should be. So you need to make sure this is completely your creativity mind. Okay, so I don't think so FDD document will be given to write this one. It will not be assigned to junior people. I mean to say 2 years experience, 2.5 years experience guys, they may not involve in FDD preparation. They may not, but they may involve to amend that. If it is created by 2 years experience guys, it should be monitored by a senior consultant, and it will be modified, and everything can be done by senior consultants. So junior consultants may or may not do this FDD, even though it is prepared, and it is not the 100% responsibility from the junior consultant. It should be monitored and verified by senior consultants, and then it will be executed to the it will be given provided to the even for business people as well as for the developer. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? Anyone, please? Not only this one, any other questions? Then if nothing, then we can wind up the session today. So actually yesterday is the last session, but for FDD discussion, I have scheduled once again today. Okay, and I will share with you all notepad documents in the WhatsApp group. I will share with you. Fine. Anything else? Otherwise, we can wind up the session. Then fine. Best of luck to all of you. Okay, for your future. See you all.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Satya.
Satya.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir, and goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.